Hi, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are continuing The Legend of Korra. This is Book 3, Chapter 5, titled The Metal Clan. It sounds like a metal band almost, or something. I don't know. The Metal Clan, but I'm sure, yeah, it relates to metal bending. That could be an option. And in the last one, things moved quick. They already got the airbenders, including Kai, away from the Earth Queen, and she was trying to make her little elite force inside of her army there. And a bunch of the airbenders even agreed to go with Tenzin to the Northern Air Temple and train and maybe become air nomads. So that was nice to see, at least, and some cool action, definitely. And Janora using her spirit abilities again to help out a lot. But then we also had something that happened at the very beginning of last episode, of the last chapter. They're all free now, all four of them. Like Sahir, his entire group, they are together to do what is still a big question. What is their motive really? And I'm still just blown away by how fast they were able to do that and get away, and how Zuko and the others, they were just no fucking match there. Even with a dragon, a freaking dragon there, made no difference whatsoever. So yeah, they are dangerous, but they warned us. And Lin Beifong even went to Ba Sing Se to warn Korra. So yeah, what's gonna happen there? Cannot freaking wait to see how the rest of this whole story and all these story arcs, how it all pans out. But yeah, do you have anything you want to say before we start this one? Nope. All right. There might be a little bit of noise disturbance going on in the building, as per usual. I think you guys know the drill right about now. So if you hear anything, it's just upstairs and maybe, yeah, neighbors. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're doing, including The Legend of Korra, where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. Here we go.
With Tenzin busy bringing the new recruits to the Northern Air Temple, Korra's protection now rests in Beifong's hands.
Okay. Rest in Beifong's hands. So maybe that has the
Metal Clan?
The Metal Clan? That's Beifong's family?
Besides, no one knows where I am right now except us. I think she wants you to throw it for her.
That was so quick.
A city called Zaofu, the home of the Metal Clan.
Oh, okay.
You know the place?
Never been, but I don't want you going there.
Oh, Naga.
Poor Naga. Come on, Lin. Whoa.
Wow!
Yeah.
An entire city made of metal! Whoa! You should be right at home, Beifong.
She has definitely been there before. So maybe it's not her family, or maybe it is her family, and that's why she... We'll see.
Don't tell anyone I'm here.
Why not?
I don't need to explain myself to you. Just do what I say.
Fine. You got it, Chief Cranky Pants.
Is this everyone?
Yep, just us. So, can I meet the new airbender?
And this is the Air Acolyte Dining Hall where everyone eats. And this is Daw. He's a new airbender too, like you guys.
Oh, that guy.
So
yeah.
nice to meet you. I heard this was the place to come if you're a new airbender.
You got that right, stranger.
Wait.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I woke up and suddenly I could do this.
That's Sahir.
Right?
What is he up to?
Maybe he thinks Korra is there? Maybe he wants to take...
Or maybe that's where you can learn...
The first metal bender.
Oh.
Toph Beifong. Who
Hey!
expanded the possibilities of what benders were capable of. She used to visit from time to time, but years ago she left to wander the world in search of enlightenment.
She might
No one has seen
still
her
be
since.
alive? Oh shit!
That would be so cool!
Mm-hmm.
Old man tough. Or old woman tough. Or, yeah.
They are rehearsing for a dance premiere next month.
Very artsy.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Please call me Sue. Great to finally meet you, Avatar Korra.
So, you're a dancer.
Dancer, leader, wife, mother, collector of rare meteorites. You'll find people here have many skills and interests.
That's definitely Lynn's sister.
Korra, why did you lie when Aiwei asked if there was anyone else with you?
What? I didn't. I mean,
I'm the truth seer. I can sense the most subtle of changes.
Thanks to Aiwei, there are no secrets in our city.
Toph was also able to do that.
Lynn never told you about me.
no. Why would she?
I'm Lynn's sister.
Why didn't you ever tell me you had a sister?
Half sister.
Oh.
Same mom, different dads.
I have nothing to say to you.
What happened?
In 30 years? How come?
My daughter is thrilled to meet you.
Lynn, your niece is the new airbender. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Terrific.
Oh, nice power, Wei.
Wing goes down.
I'm so proud of those two.
Oh, art. Reminds me of the Iron Giant.
Wow, that's a really nice banana.
It's not a banana.
It's inspired by harmonic convergence.
And this is my daughter, Opal.
Opal. That's a beautiful name.
Thanks.
I'm Bolin.
Opal, but you already knew that.
She's cute.
Great, we found the airbender. Let's take her back to the airship and get out of here.
This is where Opal's home and family are. You can train her here.
I guess I could help
okay.
her get started.
If you're concerned about security, don't be. This is the safest city in the world. Now I'll see you all at dinner. And come hungry. My chef will blow the taste buds right out of your mouth.
Come on, we can stay a little while.
Grumpy.
What you got?
She's
Very nice.
pretty good at it already.
Yeah.
Wow, you're a natural.
Thanks.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Nice transition.
Be the leaf.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, then he's just gonna. Be
He's
perfect at
definitely
it.
gonna do it, yeah.
Yep.
He's not even gonna hide how good he is.
We leave first thing in the morning.
And the Avatar is with them?
Yeah, okay.
No, apparently she had to split off from Tenzin.
That's unfortunate. I was really looking forward to meeting her.
Okay, you're right. That's why he's there. To gather information. I somehow believe that this might just be the safest city in the world, especially with those.
I present a seared wild Kiyoshi
Yep.
and Koi.
5 kids, what a nightmare.
No, my children are a blessing.
Yeah, Mom used to say that too, but she never meant it. I have to admit, I was pretty skeptical when he said pea tendril. But this is delicious. I mean, you'd be surprised how bad food from a dumpster can be.
Surprised, really?
Didn't know we had to rescue a whole group of them from the Earth Queen.
Oh, she's horrible. She thinks she can just do whatever she wants.
Sounds familiar.
What?
Nothing.
I mean, the idea of even having a queen is so outdated.
Sorry we're late, everyone.
What the
Eric!
fuck?
What are you doing here?
Great question, Asami. I mean, what are any of us doing here?
Not.
Food for thought.
No.
Anywho, how's our company?
What are you doing here?
Never convicted.
That's because you escaped
Yeah.
prison.
No, the universe decided to set me free.
Varric's heading up my new technology division.
I've seen the future, and the future is magnets.
Sure, Varric's made a few mistakes in his past, but that doesn't mean he should pay for it the rest of his life. My chef was a pirate, but now he's a culinary master. People change.
See a theme here.
Maybe you're right, bro. Maybe Opal is bone material. Thanks. Yeah.
Because Mom grew up in such a strict house, she gave us all the freedom in the world, hoping we'd figure out our own paths.
That sounds like a good thing.
Lynn followed in her footsteps and became a cop. I was more of a rebel. Mom wasn't too happy with how either of us turned out.
Hey, little lady. Wow, you're really blowing me away with your
Bolin, just don't just be yourself, dude.
Who said I liked you?
Oh no, but I thought Mako said.
Just kidding. But do me a favor and stop trying. Well,
Yeah.
don't stop trying. Just stop trying so much. Just be yourself.
Huh, be myself. Yeah, I guess I could give that a shot.
Oh, hey, Korra.
Can I steal you away from Bolin for a minute?
Alright. What's the plan here, Sahia?
You seem to know a lot about airbender history for someone who just got airbending.
I've always admired the culture.
And you move through those gates like a natural. Wait. Zahir.
Oh shit!
She knows him.
Damn, he took the glider. Damn, she's good though.
Yeah. She was trained by the best, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Hold it right there!
Alright, Lotus. That was a very Aang-like move. Damn, okay. Well, she outed him, at least.
Yeah.
But he was probably already planning on leaving.
You want to talk?
Believe me, I know my family can be a little crazy and overwhelming sometimes, but I would love it so much if you would be a part of it.
Get out.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
Get out!
Lin? Damn.
Something really happened.
Yeah.
Sue's right. You're never gonna change. You're always gonna be a bitter, lonely woman.
Yeah.
Something really hurt her.
Yeah.
Aw.
Mm.
Sad.
Very. All the feels again.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, them feels. Well, that was Chapter 5, The Metal Clan. And we were kind of right in assuming that it had something to do with the Beifong family. And it really did. That's a big that was a lot of information that we got there. I'm almost like overwhelmed, and seeing this whole new city that we had no idea was there, but it's just a different society, and of course built up around metal, and the Beifong family. The fact that Toph she might still be alive. Also,
Yeah,
because
what the
no
hell?
one has seen her since she just left and decided to go out and explore the world or wander the world.
Get enlightened.
Get enlightened, yeah, exactly. And maybe that has something to do with just the state her family was in and how she might have handled that and realized herself that, okay, maybe I gave my daughters too much freedom compared to what I had as a kid, and maybe the way that they're acting now or not talking to each other is my fault. That might be something that Toph has been thinking about, and that's why she's out in the world getting enlightened. But yeah, really interesting to get into. There's still some more information that we need to get because Lin is really hurting. Something really bad happened, because that's the reason why she's lashing out the way that she is, and she doesn't want to be a part of her family anymore. That was quite sad to see. Really, really sad to see. But I'm sure some of these questions and comments are gonna address that. So let's just get straight into the Patreon stuff here.
So the first question from Burrito. The first thing to ask is, why do you think Lin is so negative about Sue? What could a sister do that makes Lin hold a grudge against her after all these years?
Could be. I don't think it's gonna be anything like she stole her man or like anything like that romantic wise. I don't think so, at least, because the person that Sue is with right now, like, she met after having traveled the world herself, and settling down, and like he's an architect and he's helping with building everything. a big contributor there.
But it's, I don't know, because okay, I have a very strong bond with my sister, like a very strong bond.
Yeah.
So I can't. Like, the only thing I can think of that would like separate us would be either MN, or if there's something like completely something happened within our family and
Had
that
to choose
really
a side. Or,
yeah, and that really drive like something like if you're not handling certain delicate things the right way, and but something I just can't imagine what that could be.
Yeah, I don't know, like jealousy maybe, but of what and why?
Well, they did talk about how they were acting out in different ways because they got too much freedom, and they wanted to compete for Toph's love.
Attention and love, yeah.
Yeah, so one was the rebel and tried to go that way, where the other tried to be as much as a mother as possible. So we got like those two.
Yeah, very opposite sides of Toph as well, because she was very much a rebel spirit. Just to use the title of one of the previous episodes, I guess. But she ended up becoming a cop and creating law and order and teaching a lot of people metal bending, and even teaching her ability to read other people and see if they're lying or not, because she used that too. And that's the same as this guy who figured out very early on that Korra was lying about, how many there were there. Maybe, I don't know, so what's the differences between them now? Like, the big difference is Lin is alone and Su has a very big family that is still very much centered around the Beifong dynasty, or whatever you want to call it, the metal clan here. So did something happen there where Lin felt that she wasn't a part of the family anymore? Because she did mention that Su was the reason why the family broke apart a little bit. And then Su shot back at her by saying, yeah, and then you made no effort to bridge that gap at all. So yeah, can't wait to figure out what that whole thing is about.
Yeah, maybe it was about the city.
Maybe you got to inherit mom's.
I don't know. Maybe they when they built the city, they were planning on doing it together, and then one took the reins.
And then met someone else and just did it with him instead of her sister.
Perhaps
in that way. So that he might still be kind of the source of it. This new husband guy, or not new, but there's also the matter of now that we're talking about husbands, they're from two different dads.
Yeah.
So they're half sisters, and they never knew their fathers either. So that's also a whole thing, I guess. Yeah, they might get into Toph and who did she hook up with? Like, who are those two different fathers?
Supposed to.
Well, maybe we're not supposed to. Think about it that much. It's just two random dudes that she fell in love with for a short period of time, and then she moved on. Yeah, I don't know, but can't wait to find out.
And then just a follow-up to the question, not necessarily a question, but you may not have noticed, but in Sujin's closet, there were some interesting things that refers to Atla. This is a picture of the pirate ship where Sujin probably met her chef. A picture of the circus where Ty Lee performed. A statuette of a painted lady, and a dragon-shaped pipe that Sokka used in the episode Avatar Day.
Oh yeah, that one. Yes, with the bubbles. Cool. Okay, so maybe that's where she went. Had something to do with the whole Team Avatar journey.
Maybe it was Atla. Like she was trying to walk this, not necessarily walk the same path, but at least like
walk in her mom's footsteps, or at least the footsteps of the people that she was with back then.
Yeah.
That's cool. And there's also some sort of a theme there with like the people that she's taking in, and she's very forgiving when it comes to people who have made mistakes and trying to better themselves. So I think that's, just a reflection of how she feels about herself. Like, she made a mistake clearly, and she wants to correct it, and so much so that she's trying to do that for more people than just herself.
Yeah.
Or at least give people the chance, whereas as Lin is just the opposite side of that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't like her, but I really do like Suyin and the whole, like, her vision with the city and how all people, everyone deserves like a second chance with their lives, so they can do whatever they please, and they should be like, I don't know. There's just a feeling of equity in this city, like. I don't think. Oh, what was her name? The last one, the Opal. I don't think that she was that she was a bender before she got airbending, but she still, right at this point at least, felt like she was still a part of the family, even though she didn't got metal bending just like her brothers did.
Yeah. That they're at least, where they are now, living quite the privileged life, and even getting the chance and giving other people the chance to do things differently and to become better people. Like, not everyone gets that chance, and especially not in a place like this. So maybe there's something like Lin and her there about like the privileged life in a way, and like the position she's in now, and
I don't know. I just think it was it's like a very nice vision that
yes, definitely.
I feel like it's very, I sound wrong, but to say enlightened, but it definitely feels very progressive in a way that this is all about like art and how to use what you got in trying to better yourself, better your craft. All of this, and I just think that I don't know if
children and
like my gut feeling is telling me that I should like her, or I feel other way around. I like her a lot, but I have like a feeling I shouldn't like her, but I just like her and her vision so much.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, so from Austin D. Now that we have the introduction of Zaofu, what is your favorite city/area in the Avatar verse so far? Zaofu is the top for me. Am I saying it right? Zaofu?
Yeah, the new city that we saw there.
Yeah.
The metal city.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many beautiful scenes and shot here this season. Love Opal and Korra's practice session background and animation.
Yes. It really does stand out to me as well, but like the design of it, where it is, how beautiful it is, it has a different feel than the other cities, and it is more unique in the way that like they're really utilizing the metal bending inside of the city and the design of it, and the functionality of it as well. I've always found Ba Sing Se interesting, but that's mostly because it's a very clear, with the walls and everything. It's just a very clear representation of the layers inside of a society. Not that I think it's a good thing. It's just an interesting visual, or very clear visual representation of that. And Republic City is also like it's just very much like a city in our world. It seems like it could be. So it's huge. It's grand, but not as unique. So like the ones that I really like are the ones that are more fantasy in a way and have that uniqueness about them that fits into this world. So what was the name? Zaofu? Zaofu, the metal city here. And then for me also the Northern Water Tribe capital.
Yeah. The Ice Town.
Ice City, Ice Town. I always found that very interesting. So I think for me, those two up there.
Yeah, for me it's definitely also the metal city. I just talked about how much I love her vision and the whole progressiveness of everything and how people deserve a second chance and all that. So I'm just already now it's just there.
It stands out, and it's also very recent for us. So there's a bit of recency bias, but still,
it's true. Sure.
Right time to ask that question, at least. It would have been a different area, different answer before we got into this episode. But this one, yeah, really takes the spot.
And we have a question from Nevik.
Mm-hmm.
I always disliked the way Korra handled Lin here. Without knowing both sides of the story, I feel you should either stay neutral or you should lean in the direction of someone you have already known and trusted. She made this similar mistake in book 2, though she's improved a lot since then. How do you feel about the ending of the episode and Korra's words?
Yeah, I think that was a mistake on Korra's part. Like, that was a weird way of trying to interfere instead of, if she wanted to interfere in any way, or at least, just involve herself in that family squabble situation there, to do it by talking to the person that you're there with, who you already know, who's helped you a lot and is there to actually protect you. That's like Lin's sole purpose right now, is to protect the Avatars, to protect Korra. Support her a little bit, talk to her, figure out in that way, and maybe just carefully and be respectful of like where Lin is, like her feelings, instead of just trying to do something and then when it doesn't work out and Lin lashes out and you don't know why, don't get mad at her for that.
No, that's not how you deal with things. You have to, because you can clearly see it affects her. Like, people with eyes can see that it affects her.
Yeah.
Or, like, even people without eyes, I think. Like,
yeah,
it's so
you can
clear
feel
that
it.
it's,
yeah,
exactly. It's you. There's a reason why people get bitter and like closed off. It's because of trauma.
Yeah.
And there's something that happened here, and her way of just like, as soon as you said, things don't go your way, you start to bash that person, or you start to like antagonize them and say, but you're also just being unreasonable right now.
Yeah, you're always gonna be a lonely woman.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be bitter and lonely because you chose that yourself, blah 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 blah. Instead of actually just saying, hey, I can feel that I'm getting something from you. I really want to know what's going on. Will you please tell me? I understand if you don't want to, but I am here for you.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about you because I'm sure we either can come to like an understanding,
work it out somehow. Yeah.
And maybe that can even like it can help me understand where you're at, and we can not necessarily. We don't have to bridge the gap, but I don't have to fix your family.
No.
I just really want to know what's going on so I can...
Yeah, I just want to help you, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, and whatever's best for you. And the best way I can be, like, I can do what's best for you is by knowing what it is that I am dealing with here. So help me help you.
Yeah.
You know?
Sort of like that instead of what she did. So yeah.
But she's 16, 17. So
yeah. It's part of what we also talked about in the last one with Korra. Yeah, she is growing and still learning, but she still has those sides to herself that, like, we know her weaknesses, so to say, and how she can still be a bit aggressive in her way of behaving in front of other people and with her responsibilities. But yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah, we all learn. Like, life is just one long lesson, and we can never get too old to learn something.
No. Look at Tough. She's an older woman by this point, and she went out into the world to get even more enlightenment and learn.
Or even Tenzin.
Tenzin, exactly. He's
very
also
good example.
Growing. Yeah.
Right. Then last one from Lucas. One of my favorite themes in this episode is the idea that people can change if given a chance. A theme heavily explored in Atla. When confronted about harboring a criminal, Varric, in his city, Suyin defends him by stating that her chef was once a pirate and that people changed, Lin. Do you agree with Suyin's choice to keep Varric in her city? Do you believe that anyone can be changed for the better, or are there limitations? Woof, this is a deep one.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's always gonna be some limitations and those few instances where people might not be able to change or won't be able to become a better person no matter how much you try to help them. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. That's I think we're firm believers, both of us, that you should always try to help people, save people, almost like no matter what they have done before to others or to themselves, it's never too late, really. That should be the mindset, at least going into it. So I think that's also why you, like both of us, are so drawn to her vision there, Sue's vision about what she's doing, and the theme of redemption. And you might have done something in your life that wasn't good, but I'm gonna give you a chance here.
Yeah.
And let's see if you can make up for it.
Yeah. And yes.
Going. Yeah. Sorry. No, you take it. Yeah.
And it also very much correlates to what we talked about with like how you during your life you change, you learn, you evolve as a person. And like if we couldn't learn from our mistakes, if we couldn't change from our beliefs and what we've been through or who we were once, damn, that would be sad. Like I'm really happy where I am right now, but I have changed a lot over the course of the last 10 years.
Yeah, same here. Even like since we met each other, both of us we've changed a lot, and we'd like to think for the better. Like we've been able to help each other, like get better as people,
grow a lot,
and yeah. I think that's just important to try to keep in mind, and not that if someone has done something bad, like just because the person is trying to get better, it doesn't mean that everyone should forgive them outright.
No.
You still have to answer for what you did if you did something wrong, or try to make up for it in some way if you can. But it's very, like, it varies a lot from person to person and from instance to instance. Like it's easy to sit here and talk about that's how we should treat everybody, but of course it always depends on who they are, what they did, the circumstances of the whole situation. But just as a rule of thumb, it's we like to give people a chance to become better.
And if we don't, if we don't have someone to pave the way for us, then who's, like, for example, with I think a big part of like Zuko's redemption was that he never really experienced with his family. He'd never really experienced how you should be and how you should act and how you should be as a person.
No.
And then he got Iroh to follow him along, and Iroh really helped him. And the realization that Iroh helped him, I think, helped him to also forgive himself.
Yeah, down the road, at least. At some point, like, he still, of course, made some more mistakes, and you should also always have the choice and the freedom to make your own mistakes and learn from them.
Yeah. But sometimes we need some people to facilitate that we can acknowledge that we actually made a mistake.
Yeah.
And that don't necessarily have to be that way. That you can actually change for the better. Sometimes we have to believe that within ourselves. Sometimes our blocks are like. Sometimes it's not about like other people forgiving you. It's about you forgiving yourself. There's a whole lot of that in this as well, and especially I think. So there's a lot of that.
Yes, it's a big topic, and we
Very.
could talk about this for hours, I think.
Days,
and
months.
draw comparisons to all sorts of stuff that's going on in either like real life stuff or in other stories and fiction. But it's at least very interesting that they're diving into some of that here, and can't wait to see where they take it with these characters, and that we're gonna hopefully soon dive more into what is going on with Lin and why and how. But anyways, do you have anything else you want to add to this one? I just one quick thing, and that was like the stuff with Sahir, him showing up.
Oh yeah.
And it was clear what he wanted, and he was gathering some information, and even asked outright, "Okay, so is the Avatar there? I would love to meet the Avatar." And him not really hiding that he was good at this, it kind of bit him in the ass. And Kaya figured out who he was. She's actually the one so far who's been able to hold her own against him, like the best, or at least like she didn't defeat him or anything. He's still extremely good at airbending, and did some very Aang-like moves. At least I saw some similarities there with how he handled like the glider and the stick. And he once again also referenced this, what he considers to be the wisest airbender to ever live, and he's quite obsessed with that whole culture. Really obsessed with it, actually. And yeah, I have some questions, but I'm sure they're going to answer them soon enough. So we could sit here and like keep just diving into that hole and getting lost in it. But I think that's pretty much just gonna do it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was The Legend of Korra, Book 3, Chapter 5, The Metal Clan. Thank you so much for watching as always, and we'll see you as soon as possible. Bye.
Bye.